All right, what is up? What is up? What is up? What a massive game for our AFC game of the week here in the AFC. We got Joe Burrow coming off that 31-20 win over the Browns in Week 5, and then, of course, he needs no introduction, Patrick Mahomes on the other side here. We are in Arrowhead Stadium or Gia Stadium or whatever it's called now, but we're here. The Bengals in their all whites. The Chiefs in their all reds, two of the best teams, if not the two best teams in the AFC. Of course, the Bengals of recent, until last year's postseason, have had the Chiefs' number, so we'll see how this one materializes today. The Bengals at 3-3, the Chiefs at 2-3, so a little bit of a sluggish start for the Chiefs, trying to put all those new pieces together. Again, it's still Kelsey and Mahomes are the focus of the team. Still Edwards, Alaire, Pacheco, Jerick McKinnon out of the backfield. But those new receivers, Kadarius Toney, Valdez Scantling, going to see some of the rookie Rashee Rice. You'll see some Sky Moore in there. Justin Ross, who they picked up last year in the draft, but was injured pretty much the whole year. Basically a redshirt year for him. So we'll see how this one ends up. I am similarly busy today, so Kit is actually going to call this one for you. Really appreciate everybody being on. You guys truly are the best. Enjoy the sim, and take it away, Kit.
Yeah, appreciate that, Phil. And yeah, let's get this one going as we got two powerhouse teams and hope to see a great game out of both of them, even though neither of their seasons have started out the way they might have hoped with one 3-3 team and one 2-3 team. Welcome in, Mitchell. Glad to have you, brother. There's a look at Joe Burrow's season so far. 16 touchdowns and 9 interceptions. Nearly 2,000 yards so far on the season now in Week 7. And he's going to get this one kicked off for his Bengals, starting out at his own 25 under center with a tight bunch formation to the right side. Bring in a man in motion. That's Boyd. And a little handoff there goes. And a nice little carry there for Brown for 6. I found some space off the right tackle. 2nd and 4 out of the gun. To pass over the middle, he's got it complete. I believe that's Chase. It is Jamar Chase with his first reception of the ball game, and it's good for a first down. Just the 4 he needed, but that was enough. Back to pass. Joe Burrow to the outlet. He's got it complete to Mixon out of the backfield. Of course, the future of Mixon unknown for now. We have him in for the Bengals because we don't know for sure what'll happen with him. Well, handoff goes to Brown, kind of probing the center of that offensive line gap there, and finding some space to work with. Brings up a 3rd and 1. Brown the single back, and he'll stretch out to the right side and met quickly by the defense. A TFL results in a 4th down. Chris Jones in on the action. And you have to imagine after only one first down that these Bengals, this high-powered Bengals offense, will have to come out with the punt unit. And they do. Not quite to midfield yet. The punt is away. And recovered at the 14-yard line, taken out to the 23, which is where Mahomes and the Chiefs will have their first drive on offense of the ballgame. There's a look at Mahomes' season. 1,600 yards, 12 touchdowns to 9 interceptions for him coming into Week 7. Hey, welcome in, Kishan. Tight bunch formation for Mahomes out of the gun. That bunch is to his right. Pacheco out of the backfield, but they get it out complete to the sideline there. That's MVS for the first reception of the ball game. 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, Mahomes handoff goes to Pacheco. He's going to find that 1 yard and a few more besides for a first down. Hey, yeah, some jerk chicken. That sounds lovely. Happy Father's Day to all of the fathers out there in Nagy Nation. Obviously, fathers all around. should be greatly appreciated, and especially on a day like today. So happy Father's Day to all of you from Nagy on Sports. And Mahomes now back to pass pressure coming, effecting to throw a wobbly pass, and oh my goodness, 2 receivers in the area, a defender as well, kind of a jump ball opportunity, but it all ends for naught in an incompletion. 3rd and 9. Mahomes now complete down the sideline to MVS. He's got the ball to the 10-5. Touchdown, Chiefs! And just like that, Mahomes hits a beautiful strike down the sideline. MVS had found some space, and a touchdown early for these Chiefs comes in a big firework-like fashion as we see a big chunk yardage ball downfield. And MVS, creating that space along the perimeter, is able to find that room in the defense and streaking towards the end zone as Mahomes found him with a beautiful ball downfield. I don't understand how you make that kind of an argument. The quarterback is the most important position in all of sports. There's no position that has more value in terms of wins and losses and team productivity than the quarterback position in sports. You could argue for goalie potentially in soccer, or in hockey, but I don't think those even have the impact that a quarterback does on a team. So if by that argument you're saying that Mahomes is the best quarterback, you can't say that Burrow is the number 1 player. That doesn't make any sense at all. I don't follow the logic there. So I don't know what the rest of the argument is, but I don't follow the logic that leads you to believe that one could be the best and the other the number 1 player. That makes no sense to me at all. But we'll kind of leave it at that, I guess. A tight bunch formation for the Bengals, as they have gotten a first down on this drive while I was talking. Burrow trying to respond. He's got it complete out to Boyd with some room to work. And now Burrow 4 of 4 for 30-yard. Boyd with a nice little run after catch there. That one good for 16 yards, as he had a number of defenders around, but he found a little bit of space to work with and makes good on it. 1st and 10 now, pass for midfield. Burrow back to pass. Lots of time, and he's got it complete downfield. Second and 3 after Irv Smith, the new free agent tight end, is able to pick up some yardage there. This one is going to be complete for Boyd for a first down on that little flat route. Yeah, I don't get it. I just don't understand how that works. That one complete to Jamar Chase for 6, 2nd and 4. So a nice response drive here so far for the Bengals, now threatening as they have stayed ahead of the chains. Pressure was coming on that, but Burrow got it away out to Irv Smith. And a 3rd and inch is coming. Higher ceiling. I don't know how you could argue a higher ceiling. There's a nice run here from Brown, finding some space out on the outside. Nice rush as he was able to make something out of what looked like it might not get very far, but a hole opened up and he was able to take advantage. 1st and 10 now. Burrow to the end zone and knocked away. He was looking for T. Higgins, but he couldn't get it complete. 2nd and 10. Of course, T. Higgins now going to be rebranded as number 5, according to the Bengals roster, but we still got him in the old 85. Okay, I could see the argument, but even Donald didn't have that much impact. He might be physically the best player, but as T. Higgins is going to score a touchdown right in the middle, settling in the gap, and a strike from the Bengals. Nice throw over the middle for Joe Burrow. Hits T. Higgins, and the Bengals, just like that, have responded to even up this ball game pending the PAT. It's back to my previous point, though. Aaron Donald, as great as he is, and it has been. He's a freak of nature, if you will, doing some incredible things for the Rams in that D tackle position, which you don't typically aspire to that kind of production from a D tackle. It's incredible what he's able to do, but even so, he hasn't had the impact on games that Mahomes has had. So, and I don't buy this argument about higher ceiling than Mahomes. I mean, Mahomes' ceiling is pretty high. I don't know how you can make that argument. I guess we'll see. Time will tell. There's still lots of football to be played by both of those players. And, and realistically, I don't think we'll ever fully settle the argument, as even if both of them are spectacular in the long run, which, many could project easily that they will be, there's plenty to say that it's probably going to be hard to distinguish between the two. It's just going to, lots of arguments either way. But again, we'll know more about that as we see their careers continue to unfold. So Mahomes now, a little bit of a drive going here for him as well, as he has got a tight bunch formation to the right out to pass. And this one nearly intercepted. Wow, that was dangerous, as he was fortunate that didn't end up in 6. Mahomes lucky. Mahomes now deep to the left sideline and incomplete. Couldn't get it to Kadarius Toney out there along the sideline. A 3rd and 10 coming. Mahomes now fires downfield. This one is picked, and it's going to go the other way. Could he go the distance? 20, 10, 5, touchdown, pick 6 for the Bengals, and that's Jones, Sidney Jones the 4th on the interception, as he is going to take that one to the house. So Mahomes with 2 kind of errant throws in the early goings of this drive. First one he gets away with, this one he does not, and it does end up in a Bengals defensive score. And the Bengals are going to take a 14-7 lead after a quick pick 6. And Mahomes kind of flirting with some danger there, and the second one burns him. So the Bengals kick it off, and Mahomes is going to have to flush that one down the drain. As Ted Lasso likes to talk about, the memory of a goldfish. Be a goldfish. And that's what Mahomes is going to need to do here on this drive, is he wants to just forget about everything that just happened and continue to play his game. Don't let previous drive and previous performances affect his play here. This one over the middle, he's got a wide open receiver. That's the rookie, Rashee Rice, with the reception. As Rice had settled into that zone nicely, and Mahomes just put it right on him on that little skinny post. Hey, welcome in, Rick. Go Browns. Glad to have you on. And what has been an exciting game so far. Mahomes out of the gun. Kind of settled in there. He's going to take the outlet to Clyde Edwards-Helaire on a little swing pass. That'll pick up 9. And outside of those 2 errant throws, Mahomes has been very good in this game. It's just the 2 times he kind of took some chances and allowed the defenders an opportunity to get their hands on the ball. The second time he got burned with that big pick. This one complete over the middle to Toney is going to get a first down. You saw Toney just kind of waiting on it, knowing there wasn't a defender around him. And nicely schemed up there. Hey, Dino, long time. Glad to have you in. Go Browns. This one, a little stretch run to Pacheco, is going to find some space out there. Call it 4 yards. Closing in on the waning moments of the first quarter. 1:11 to play in that quarter. And this one is complete to the rookie Rashee Rice. And another first down. So the Chiefs trying to respond after the pick 6. And they've got a good drive going here now, as it seems that Mahomes was able to flush that interception in those 2 errant throws, and is now firing with some poise from the quarterback position, now under center. Back to pass after faking a handoff. He does get rid of it to the end zone, and it goes out the back of the end zone. He had about 4 defenders back there with 1 receiver, but it went over everybody's head. Hey, you're by Red, welcome in. Yes, Sunday Night Football for those of us joining from across the Atlantic. Very, very glad to have you in. We appreciate all of our Nagy Nation, no matter where they may reside. 3rd and 5. And that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter here, and what has been an exciting football game. They'll flip the field, and the Chiefs now in the red zone after that pick 6 in a 14-7 ball game, trying to tie it up here. Fakes the little pop pass. Mahomes, pressure coming. He's going to go to his outlet. That went out of bounds and back in. First to touch the ball. Rookie mistake from Rashee Rice. We're going to get the illegal touching as expected. You saw him out on that little swing pass. Few steps out of bounds. He then went back in bounds, caught the ball as the first one to touch it, and that is a big rookie mistake there. Is going to result in a field goal for the Chiefs rather than a touchdown, and so they're going to narrow the lead but not tie it up here in a 14-10 ball game now after Butker makes the field goal. Good question, Dino. A tie is fine. I mean, I don't know, but it's either way. These are very dynamic teams, very, very good, potent offenses on both sides. So I think we're just hoping for a very good game, exciting game. I don't know that we necessarily have a preferred winner here as either outcome. These are both, teams that the Browns would have to get past. So either outcome, is not necessarily helpful to the Browns. Is that one nearly complete to Mixon, but Mixon couldn't get a handle on it. Burrow out of the gun, 2nd and 10. Bringing a little blitz action, but Burrow gets rid of it, and he's got it complete to Irv Smith. And that one was a pickup of 9. So the Bengals will have it 3rd and 1 from their own 30. Come out in a heavy set to the left. Hands it off to the single back. That's Brown, and he's got the first down. Nice rush off to the left side off that left tackle. And that push up front gives him the room he needs to get the first down. Pretty sure they can't both lose, though, Rick. I'm sure that would be a great outcome if we could manage it somehow, but I'm not sure that's a thing. A tie is the closest we're going to get to something like that. And Burrow back to pass. Out to the outside. That one complete, but not for much. Only a pickup of 2. Joe Burrow. Protection solid. He's got it complete over the middle. And that goes to T. Higgins, who in our sim is still wearing 85. On the Bengals roster, he's updated to number 5. But that's not a change we've made yet in the sim. That's one of the few things that we don't have fully correct here in our sim, is not all the numbers are correct. As expected, as that is probably the only thing that's not as exact as we could make it, outside of trying to bring the realism, where we are somewhat limited by Madden and its limitations, expressed or otherwise. That one complete to Chase. Jamar Chase now 3 receptions on the ball game. He's got 24 yards. And a little bit quiet so far. Now being Chase's Burrow, and he's going to be sacked. Wharton gets in on the sack for the Chiefs. And Burrow kind of ran backwards, leading to extra sack yardage here. We don't like that in Madden. It does happen occasionally at the NFL level in football, but not as often as Madden might have you believe. Brown now escaping the tackle out to the outside. Nice rush on that bounce cut, as he was able to break one tackler with a stiff arm and somehow get all of that sack yardage back plus a couple. And now a 3rd and 7 coming. Burrow to pass over the middle. He's got a complete. T. Higgins gets it across the line. First down for the Bengals, and keeping this drive alive here with just under 10 minutes left in the first half in a very exciting back-and-forth football game. Bengals holding on to a 4-point lead currently. Burrow now complete to his outlet. He's got it to Brown, and he's going to pick up 7. Hey, Don, welcome in. Go Browns. And that's a fair reason. I mean, I totally understand cheering for a team because of the players that happen to be on that team. It is something that makes plenty of sense to me. So I'm all for it. 3rd and 11. Now Burrow goes deep to the end zone, and that one nearly picked, but tipped, and then nearly caught for a touchdown, but it ended up incomplete. So the Bengals will end up trying for a field goal here to extend their lead to 7. The kick is up, and it's good. So 17-10 now the scoreline here in this powerhouse struggle of the AFC. These two teams obviously very, very good. The records don't necessarily reflect it here in our sim, as the Chiefs are 2-3 coming into this ball game, while the Bengals are 3-3. Not necessarily the start either team wanted to have, but knowing these rosters, they'll find a way to get back in it and add a lot more W's to their win column. As that one complete with an absolute strike to MVS. Valdez-Scantling has been involved in the game plan so far. He has been very good. 1st and 10 now, just near midfield here for Mahomes. He's got to complete. There's Kelsey, his first catch of the ball game. He has been very quiet. You wouldn't expect him to not catch a ball until 7 minutes left in the first half. But that one goes for 16 yards and a first down, and they probably are looking to see more out of him, as he is such a dynamic part of what they want to do. Now Mahomes, he got to complete. Speak of the devil, there he is again. As letting Kelsey get involved in the game plan is a dangerous thing if you're playing the Chiefs. 2nd and 1. Pressure in his face, and he's going to try to get it to his outlet, Pacheco, but it goes incomplete at his feet. Now, Clyde Edwards-Helaire with a little stretch play. That one does not work at all, as the defense was well prepared, but the Chiefs are going to come out and go for it on 4th and 2. I like this choice. Handoff goes to Clyde Edwards-Helaire, but the defense stands tall, and a turnover on downs for the Bengals. That one maybe not the best play selection for the Chiefs. I don't know that I liked the play call. I liked going for it, but the play call left a lot to be desired, and so they're going to turn it over on downs, and Burrow a chance to open up a big lead here with this drive, 5:22. And that one is going to be complete. He's going to have a first down. So Burrow now 19 of 22 throws already in this game. That's a lot. Not even through the first half yet. And nice carry out to the outside. Nice little bounce cut to get past the tackle, and then cuts back to the inside where the space was. Nice job by Brown reading that one. And another first down now past midfield. Pressure in his face, setting up a screen. He's got it complete to Brown, and Brown is going to work for a few extra yards and picks up 5. But yeah, no, I didn't like that play call at all here by Red. I thought it was left an awful lot to be desired. I liked the choice to go for it, but running it to Clyde Edwards-Helaire on kind of a, I don't know, the defense read it well, but not something I would have expected them to do there. Certainly not the best choice, I don't think. But I was starting to say, a lot of throws here for Burrow early in this one, where they've been all passing. He's on pace already for, 55-ish throws, probably, looking at, as we're coming in on the 2-minute warning for the first half. Burrow driving with the Bengals. He's got it complete now. Jamar Chase, he's going to break a tackle down to the 10, and there he's going to be swarmed by a bunch of defenders, call it the 12-yard line. But nice broken tackle from Jamar Chase, who has been surprisingly quiet so far, but that a nice play from him. 1st and 10 Bengals. Here we go to the 2-minute warning. Bengals in scoring position. Ready to try to add to their lead here what is currently a 17-10 ball game. That to Boyd, and Boyd is going to fight his way near the end zone there. You know, Don, he had a lot of guys in front of him. I think he could have succeeded at OSU, but he had some really nice talent in front of him, and he developed a little bit late. As that one's going to be complete to for a touchdown. Irv Smith, the tight end, scoring a touchdown there. And a quick throw from Burrow succeeds as he just had a little bit of separation, and Irv Smith does the rest. Good throw to throw him open out on the outside shoulder. And Irv Smith with a great grab for the touchdown. And so the Bengals are going to extend their lead to 2 touchdowns here. Now 24-10 with 1:34 left in the half. The Chiefs probably looking to try to respond here as quickly as they can with this 2-minute drive to go into the locker room, ideally with just a 7-point deficit if they can manage it. But he did have some talent in front of him, and he Burrow really didn't fully develop until his senior year. When he was in his last year there at LSU, that championship year, that was his like that's when he really came into his own. He had the talent, he just hadn't realized it yet, and I think that he just didn't think he was going to win the competition. He had 2 established guys in front of him, and so that's probably why he elected to enter the transfer portal and ended up winning a national championship with LSU. But sometimes that's how it works. It just depends on when a guy develops and what the talent in the spot. OSU recruits so well. They're always going to have dudes at positions, and that's kind of what Burrow got stuck in. Is if you're a late developer. At a place like LSU, it may not work out. And, if you could go to transfer to another premier program that doesn't happen to have a guy well established in front of you, kind of what happened at LSU for Burrow, then they get the opportunity to develop. And here we go with Burrow being a huge success at the NFL level after doing those things at LSU. And meanwhile, the Bengals have the ball again, now past midfield. Burrow, deep pass out to the right side. Oh, that one nearly picked. He was trying for Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase didn't seem to see the ball. It was a late reaction from him. And the Bengals are going to punt. I wish the Browns would do this in that position. The Browns would be kicking a field goal there, but instead, the Bengals are going to put a beautiful punt out at the 1. Man, that's the stuff that we need to see. Instead of that would have been a game changer. That would have given the Chiefs an opportunity to score a touchdown. But instead, the Chiefs are going to get the ball at the 1 with 23 seconds left in the half. And they're just trying to get out of the shadow of their end zone here. Quick handoff to Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He breaks a tackle past the 10. Nice run from him. Wow. That was impressive. That was exactly what the Chiefs needed, as they're going to take this one happily to half without... Actually, they are going to take a snap here, but just hand it off. I'm not sure why they bothered with that. But that does take us to the end of the half. So, a very exciting ball game, as we've had a lot of back and forth in this one. A lot of offensive production. But the Bengals with a nice 24-10 lead in this one. But the Chiefs have certainly not been put out yet. They are very dangerous still, especially if they continue to build on the late success of one Travis Kelce. He had been very, very quiet early, hadn't seen him at all until late into the second quarter. But once we did see him get going, he had a couple of quick strikes and a bunch of yardage. And obviously here with the ball first in the second half, Mahomes and Kelce are going to look to build on that, as that is going to be a big part of climbing back in to this ball game. So that was Justin Fields and I'm blanking on the other quarterback. It was Justin Fields and there's one other name. It's not coming to me. Hold on a second. Oh, pressure coming, and Mahomes is sacked. 3rd and 18 coming, as this drive for the Chiefs has gone only backwards. Not what they were looking for, but If there's any... Oh, they're going to do a draw up the middle to Pacheco? What is that? We've got Mahomes and Kelsey. What are we doing? That is not the play call you're looking for there. Not even the Chiefs are going to run that kind of a play. They're not going to catch anybody by surprise that they're, running a draw. Of course, they're going to try to throw because they know they've got weapons to create space downfield and convert 18-yard third downs. Like, why are we even playing the game of trying to catch the Bengals by surprise on a draw? But they're going to punt from there after the poor play call. And the Bengals with an opportunity to try to make this a 3-score lead. Starting with pretty good field position at the 37. Joe Burrow now with trips out to his right. Two receivers out to his right. Setting up a screen. He's got it to Brown. Brown's got a little bit of space. Breaks off one tackler. But he's not going to get any yardage out of it. Hey, 504, welcome in and happy Father's Day. Now Burrow. Deep to the left side. He's got the chase. 20, 10, 5. He's going to do a little celebration before the end zone. Lucky he wasn't caught. But Jamar Chase is going to score the touchdown to the Bengals with a 3-score lead after another bomb. As we saw Jamar Chase just create a beautiful separation there and just avoids a tackler and gets himself into the end zone. Not a great angle on the attempt there from the Honey Badger to try to tackle Chase. Is just kind of tackled, just whiffed there on the pursuit. He kind of had an opportunity to make a tackle, and he just took a bad angle on it, and that allowed Jamar Chase to go the distance. And now a 31-10 ball game, and the Chiefs have a lot of work to do, and it's got to start probably right about now, as they need to continue to be productive on offense and find a way to get yardage, preferably in chunks, because they're in a pretty big hole here, now down 21 points. Mahomes, over the middle. Speaking of chunk yardage, there's Tony. He's almost split the defenders out to the 50 as he is tackled, but man, he almost broke that for a second. You almost thought as he looked to split the defenders there. And that's the kind of chunk yardage they're going to need here. But if any team can do that, it's the Chiefs. Pacheco is going to get a handoff there. Just gets out past the 50. 2nd and 9. Yeah, exactly. Mahomes has him where he wants to. That a sidearm toss out to the second tight end. 6-yard pickup. Gray, the receiver. And Noah Gray picks up 5. Call it 3rd and 4 now. Mahomes, another sidearm throw out to the outside. He's got MVS down to the 20. And Valdez-Scantling doing a lot of heavy lifting in this offensive attack. Finds some more there. His 4 receptions now for 123 yards. He has been very good in this attack, but Kelsey has been pretty quiet, all things considered. This one complete. MVS again. Touchdown, Kansas City. What a strike. Again, 3 sidearm throws in a row. That one an absolute bullet to the corner of the end zone, and MVS is there to score it. See that sidearm mechanic there from Mahomes, putting a beautiful touch pass out there to MVS to strike for a touchdown. And don't count out the Chiefs yet, as they have just closed it to just 2-touchdown score. That one 5 plays for 75 yards on the arm of one Patrick Mahomes, as he has been very good, but still work to do in this one because Joe Burrow has also been very good, and this one has the potential to turn into a real classic if this defense can stand tall a few drives and manage to stop Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow, and company. But time will tell on that. 1st and 10. Handoff very quickly wrapped up. Second and 13. Now he's got to complete. There's Irv Smith. 3rd and 6 now. Joe Burrow, tight bunch formation to his left side. Brown on the right hip. Back to pass. Now airing it, little loft on the pass goes to Boyd, and that's going to have a first down out to the 40-yard line for the Bengals. 304 yards now for Joe Burrow and company, and they've got Joe Burrow in the zone here. He's got the run and gun X factor, and that's now active. Trips now out to the right, and he goes to his outlet out there. That's Boyd for 3. Complete again to Boyd, and he's going to get most of the rest of the yards, all but 1. Burrow to pass. Now to his left side. Irv Smith Jr. is going to get the yardage he needed for a first down. 7:38 counting in the third quarter. 31-17 the scoreline. Joe Burrow driving in the zone, now past midfield. This one picked, a bad throw for Burrow is picked by the defense, and he's got it out to the outside, down to the 35, call it the 34. Big turnover for the Chiefs. And that one, Snead just robbed Joe Burrow, stepping in front of the wide receiver for a pick, and a huge turn of events here, giving Mahomes great field position. Speaking of which, Pacheco, with a nice run up the middle, is going to gain 8. And just like that, the Chiefs are in business. Mahomes. Out to the outside. He's got it complete. 3rd and inches coming. Faking the handoff. Mahomes to the outside. He's got Kelsey. There he is. Pushed out of bounds, but a big first down. Down to the 9-yard line is Travis Kelsey. And a 1st and goal from there. Down to the end zone. Touchdown, Chiefs! Kadarius Toney! And he's got that one easily, just standing all by himself in the end zone, and Mahomes isn't going to miss that one. As Kadarius Toney scores and puts the Chiefs within 1 touchdown now. 31-24 in what has become an instant classic matchup between these powerhouse AFC teams, as the Bengals and the Chiefs are absolutely duking this one out in a great offensive performance both ways, with the defenses responding in big ways in clutch moments. That one, some nice complimentary football for the Chiefs as they turn that turnover into points and narrow the lead to just 7 here. Burrow to pass. Over the middle, he's got Shamar Chase near midfield. And a first down for the Bengals. And you're absolutely right there, Rick, with your comment about Mahomes having them where he wanted them, is he's closed the gap quickly. Already 14 points unanswered by the Chiefs. And Mahomes a big part of that. Now Joe Burrow hands it off. He's given it to Brown for a pickup of 1. Brown now 11 carries on his day. 2nd and 9, Joe Burrow. He's got it complete. That's to Mixon. Mixon picks up 4 on the underneath work. 3rd and 5. Burrow to pass. Now complete to T. Higgins. T. Higgins going to have that first down. Nice contested catch from T. Higgins, using that big body to shield the ball. A 1st and 10. Joe Burrow with a tight bunch to his left. Pressure is coming. Now he's going to unload it out to the outside. He's got Boyd. Boyd misses a tackle, or avoids a tackler, gets down to the 20. Nice little ole there from Boyd, as he manages to pick up some extra yardage, turning on the wheels when he needed them. And yet another bad angle from the Chiefs' defense. 1st and 10. Burrow to Chase. And that one gets them inside the 10 as the Bengals are threatening again. Nice little button hook there by Jamar Chase. Presents that target. The ball was already en route as the connection there on full display between Burrow and Chase. This one to the end zone, nearly picked. Knocked away, was incomplete. Second and goal from the 6 now. Burrow, tight bunch formation to his right, out of the gun. Back to pass, he's to the end zone, trying for Chase. I don't think Chase saw that. It was behind them quickly, and I don't think the defender saw it either because it probably could have been picked. Third and goal. Burrow. Pressure coming. Now he's going short of the end zone. He's got it complete to Irv Smith, but that's not going to be enough. That's only going to pick up 1 yard. And so the Chiefs' defense stands tall here in the shadow of their own end zone. And you have to imagine the Bengals will just elect the chip shot. They do. 4th and goal from the 5. The kicker's out on the field. And the Bengals are going to extend their lead to 10 now in a 34-24 ball game that has been absolutely back and forth. Got a big stand for this Chiefs defense as they've had some mistakes, especially pursuit angles have not been great. They've missed a few tackles and allowed a bunch of extra yardage because of it, the most important of which being the Chase touchdown where the Honey Badger took a bad angle and allowed him to score a touchdown that should have been an easy tackle. Mahomes now hands it off. Very quickly tackled is Pacheco. A 2nd and 12 after that TFL. Second and 12 coming. Mahomes. Another sidearm downside field. He's got it to Rashee Rice down to the 46-yard line. That one, an absolute bullet from Mahomes, gets them just past midfield. And the rookie Rice having a big day here. This another sidearm from Mahomes goes complete to Kadarius Toney. And the Chiefs with this fast-paced offensive attack has had some success. That seems to have been the difference here, is they're just pushing up the pace, and the pace is working for them as they are finding space in this defense to exploit, as the fast-paced offensive attack is finding room and making the Bengals defense pay. Now, in the final quarter of the ball game, 15 minutes to play, Mahomes out to the left side. He's got it complete in a tight window to Kadarius Toney. That one picks up all but a few inches. And we'll have a 2nd and inches coming here. Kadarius Toney with a nice day. 5 catches for him, 70 yards on his day. And really, the headline here has been how quiet Travis Kelce has been. It's been mostly MVS and Toney with some Rashee Rice mixed in there. I think only 3 catches for Travis Kelce so far in the ballgame. This one goes complete. Another Kadarius Toney catch, and he gets pushed forward for a few extra yards, but plenty for a first down on that quick little in route. Nobody there to cover him and prevent that first down. First and 10 now from the 13. Mahomes out of the gun. 4-man rush. He gets it complete very quickly. There's Travis Kelce. Kelce, 4 receptions, only 50 yards on his day. The handoff goes to Clyde Edwards-Helaire. 3rd and 1 coming. Out of the gun. Mahomes. Pass to the end zone. He's got it complete. Travis Kelce fighting for the end zone. He had come just out of the end zone. Could not quite get himself back into it. He had fought for the ball, though, by coming back to it. And that was exactly what they needed, although the Chiefs are going to commit the cardinal sin of jumping on they're like inches from the end zone here. Jumping offside, the last thing you want to do. It brings up a 1st and goal, but from the 5 and a few inches line, instead of from a 1st and goal from a few inches away. Mahomes now doing the, dangerous throw. Little spin, nearly spin sack turns into a dangerous throw. We hate seeing those because those are often picked. But luckily Mahomes gets away with it. Mahomes now to the end zone, and that one should have been picked. 2 opportunities by the defense for a pick on that one. Brings up a 3rd and goal from the 5. Mahomes to throw to the end zone, and just not really where he wanted it. He put it on the wrong shoulder of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and so Mahomes going to kick, the Chiefs going to kick a field goal here after not a great throw from Mahomes to the end zone, trying for his running back on a wheel route, but he put it on the wrong shoulder where the defender was. He should have tried to the outside one, a little bit more of a flare look, or a little bit more of a fade look. But instead tried inside shoulder, hoping that Clyde Edwards-Helaire was going to fight through the defender for the ball, and that's really not Clyde Edwards-Helaire's game. I don't know why you would think that would be a better spot for him. Potentially, if you had Travis Kelce in that position, you might have thought he could catch that ball, but not Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Now Joe Burrow, still in the zone. From under center, he throws this one quickly, but knocked away. He was trying for his tight end, Irv Smith. 2nd and 10. Burrow out to the left side, trying for Irv Smith, T. Higgins, and that one knocked away on the tackle as Higgins initially started to catch the ball, but the tackle popped it loose. Joe Burrow out to the outside, got it complete to Brown. Brown breaks the tackle and gets the first down with a few extra yards to boot. Beautiful play from him and a physical effort to guarantee that first down, as you see yet another poor tackle by this defense. They've had bad pursuit angles and some poor tackling attempts. That yet another in this ball game, and has allowed a lot of opportunities for extra yardage by these Bengals. 1st and 10. Now through the initial tacklers is Brown. He's had a very good day on the few opportunities he's had. They haven't ran it a lot. There's been a lot of Joe Burrow, as you might expect, but Brown has been very good in his few opportunities, very productive, and that's kept the Bengals on pace as they have managed to keep this Chiefs defense off balance just enough. This one not as successful for Brown. Speaking of Brown's day, only 13 rushes for those 67 yards. And the Bengals now past midfield. Joe Burrow going downfield. He's got it complete to Boyd. What a strike down there. Fitting it into a very tight window was Joe Burrow. And that one goes for a first down as we close in to just past 10 minutes left of the ball game. 1st and 10. Now over the middle. He's got it complete. He's got Chase. And Chase gets it down to the 5. What a strike downfield from Joe Burrow. Beautiful play, as now the Bengals are in scoring, very much a scoring threat from a 1st and goal from the 5. Trying to extend their lead. Burrow's got the ball. He's going to hand it off. He's got it to Brown. Brown's going to fight for yards and gets it down to the 1. 8:43 and counting. 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. The handoff goes to Mixon, and Mixon's going to dive into the end zone. Touchdown Bengals, and they extend their lead here. As that was maybe the first rush of the day for Joe Mixon. He's been involved in the passing attack, but he hadn't been a factor at all in the rushing attack until there. As nicely blocked up front. He didn't need to dive. He was already across the line when he started his dive, but he just wanted to cement it, I suppose. Or maybe look good doing it. I don't know. Feels a bit like looking good in the shower. So, the Bengals extend their lead now 41-27. But even with 8:37 left, you can never count out Patrick Mahomes and these Chiefs, as they are so dangerous. And they will do everything they can to claw their way back into this and make it competitive, because that's what the Chiefs do. Kickoff brought out of the end zone. Nice return out past the 25 to the 28 by the rookie Rashee Rice. So Mahomes is going to start from there and look for them. If there's any team that knows how to get the chunk yardage, this is it. Look for them to go for that chunk yardage here, as that's going to be an important part of getting back in this ball game. This one is complete over the middle to Rashee Rice. Picks up 8. Closing in on 8 minutes left to play. 2nd and 2. Out of the gun. Mahomes hands it off. He's got Clyde Edwards-Helaire hunting for some space there. That's his 7th carry. Only 25 yards to his name. And Hubbard gets involved in that tackle. .7:30 left in this classic. That has been a very dynamic ball game for both teams. Lots of fun, lots of firepower displayed on both sides. This one goes complete to the left side. Kadarius Toney, the receiver, on that little stop route there out past the 50. And so the Chiefs, now at midfield, looking to punch it into the end zone to try to respond. Kadarius Toney closing in on 100 yards on his 7 receptions. Now at 91, Mahomes over the middle. He's got a complete MVS, who's well past 100 on his day. That one only for 5. And MVS has nearly 150 at 148 on his receptions. Mahomes now complete. Wow! Just dropped it to the side of MVS, where he just set out a basket to catch that. Beautiful throw to the unprotected side from Mahomes. Just a touch pass down the seam, really. Just look at this. Just drop in where only MVS could go get it. And Valdez-Scantling makes good with the catch to get another first down. 5:48 to play. 41-27 favoring the Bengals. Mahomes, though, threatening here as he's got it complete. There's Travis Kelce, who has been very understated in this game. He's only just over 50 yards on his 6 catches now. Call it, I think it's just over 60 actually, after that one. Mahomes out of the gun. Now dancing in the backfield, incomplete, intended for his running back. That's Pacheco. 3rd and 4 coming. Spreading them out wide and handing it off. Pacheco fighting for the yardage, and he's got it past the 10. Nice run to pick up that first down. I don't think the Bengals were expecting it, as the Chiefs caught him a bit flat-footed there, and Pacheco does the work by fighting through a would-be tackler and gets them another first down here with an opportunity to score. But they've got to get it done quickly, and then their defense is going to have to find a way to stand tall against this potent Bengals offense with only 4:36 left to play in this ball game. Mahomes out of the gun, lots of time, goes to the end zone, touchdown! Chiefs, he's got it to Clyde Edwards-Helaire coming out of the backfield and finding some space out there all alone in the end zone. And of course Mahomes is going to find that. He puts a beautiful ball right to the corner, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire scores a critical touchdown for these Chiefs. And now it's going to be on the defense to find a way to stop this Bengals offense with 4.5 to play in this great bowl game. Hey, Kevin, welcome in. Long time. Go Browns. Glad to have you. You're joining for the finish of a very fun ball game that has been absolutely back and forth. Mahomes somehow clawing his way out of what seemed like a dominant Bengals victory, but the Bengals have not put this one away yet. The Chiefs have to find an answer here on defense, though, and that's been harder said than done. Or easier said than done, excuse me. That one's complete downfield. He's got T. Higgins to the 20. 10-5 touchdown, and that might be all that it's going to take, as the Bengals have found an absolute dagger on this one. T. Higgins goes downfield with a beautiful separation on the sideline, and of course Joe Burrow does not disappoint, hitting the wide open man for a touchdown. And just like that, the Bengals are right back in it. One play for 75 yards in response to that long extended drive from the Chiefs. And even with 4:20, you start to wonder if that's going to be enough time for Patrick Mahomes and these Chiefs to come back, because they're going to have fireworks to have any chance to get into this, with the score deficit now 48-34. Now ace formation out of the gun. Little handoff goes to Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Not sure why you're handing it off here. You probably need to be passing. Now you want to keep him honest, but you got to have chunk yardage, and obviously the rushing attack is not your forte. So they fake that handoff to Pacheco. He goes deep. This is for chunk, but it goes incomplete as Kadarius Toney couldn't find the handle. 3rd and 5. 2 defenders right there. Mahomes. He's going out to the left side. He's got it complete. And Travis Kelce is stepping up in the clutch with some nice yardage there. They need a lot more of that, as Kelce is now 7 for 75 yards. They've nearly got 3 receivers over the century mark here, but it may not be enough. Closing in on 3 minutes. Patrick Mahomes now over the middle. Wide open receiver. That's Kadarius Toney. And fortunate for the Bengals, they had a few defenders still behind that mark, because if he had managed to get to the end zone there, that would have been what they were looking for. But some tacklers in position, and that'll have the Chiefs out to the 38-yard line. Now over the middle, he's got Kadarius Toney again. Pacheco on the reception. I thought it was a 1-9, not a 1-0. That's Pacheco out of the backfield, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Bengals defense trying to find a way to stop this Chiefs offense, but they have at least slowed them down enough. It hasn't been as much chunk as the Chiefs would really like here. Chiefs now. Mahomes to Kelce. Kelce down past the 10 to the 7. 1st and goal from there. 1:40 to play. And pending an onside kick should they score a touchdown here. This one goes towards the end zone, intended for Toney, goes incomplete. Not the best throw for Mahomes on that attempt. 2nd and goal. They had the matchup they wanted. They had Taylor Britt on Toney. That one to Toney again. Toney gets the touchdown just across the line. And the Chiefs have answered, but they're going to have to find a way for an onside kick with only 1:31. I don't think trusting your defense against Joe Burrow and these Bengals is a wise call, as all they would need is 1 first down to close out this ballgame. But they are going to kick it. Wow. Interesting choice there, as 1 first down is all they need. The Bengals need a first down. The Chiefs have to find a way to stop the first down somehow, as obviously the Bengals are going to look to salt this one away with their 7-point lead by running the ball. They got to Brown. Brown gets a fair amount. Call it 5. Half the way that they need. 1 timeout taken by the Chiefs. 2nd and 5. Handoff goes to Brown. He actually went away from the hole. Cut back there. Don't like that. He did pick up 2, but he had probably the first down if he just went into the hole that was already open in front of him. Not sure what he's looking at. 3rd and 3. Bringing the man in motion is Joe Burrow. Burrow hands it off. He's got it to the middle. First down for the Bengals, and that might be all they need. Last time out taken by these Chiefs, but it's not going to matter, as the Bengals are going to come out in the victor formation, and they've won this instant classic. What a ball game. 48-41 the final here, as the Bengals are going to upset these Chiefs in an incredible back-and-forth ball game that the Bengals found a way to dominate throughout, in spite of the Chiefs continuously coming back in it with nearly 3 receivers over the century mark, and just an incredible performance all around. What a ball game. The Chiefs, coming out underneath the Bengals in just a dominant performance from both offenses, but obviously the Chiefs at the end of the day unable to come up with enough points to outdo Joe Burrow and the Bengals. in this huge Week 7 clash of AFC monsters. And now we'll pass it off to Phil to go over the stats in this ball game, what has been a fun watch.
All right, what a wild game that was. A shootout we anticipated. And at the end, the Bengals had one more kill shot in them. 37 of 51 for 504 was Patrick Mahomes today. That's 72%. He had 5 touchdowns. Actually, had the 6th touchdown. Remember, that interception was pick sixed by Sidney Jones early in that first half. Fundamentally, one of the big differences in the game was that 7 points right there, actually. Isaiah Pacheco, 8 for 27. Edwards-Helaire, 8 for 30. Just enough running to try to keep them honest, I suppose. How about 9 for $119 for Kadarius Toney? Got into the end zone twice. Kelsey, 8 for 89. Rashee Rice, the rookie, 7 for 83. MVS, 7 for $167 and 2 touchdowns. Edwards-Helaire with 3. He got into the end zone as well. Pacheco with 2. Noah Gray, the other tight end, with just 1. Tackles today, 13 for Trent McDuffie. 10 for Nick Bolton, the middle linebacker. 10 for safety Brian Cook as well. Just 2 sacks of Joe Burrow today. George Karlaftis and Tershawn Wharton are the 2 that got home, and the 1 interception was by L'Jarius Sneed. He returned it a while, but did not get into the end zone like Sidney Jones did. For Joey football today, 43 of 52, 480, 82% completion with 4 touchdowns. The 1 interception that we just talked about. Chase Brown, the rookie, you said you guys asked for it. You wanted a little bit less Joe Mixon, a little bit more Chase Brown. So there he is, 17 for 86 today. He had a nice day on the ground. Mixon just 1 carry out of the backfield, used him more as the 3rd down back in this game. 10 catches for Tyler Boyd for 105. Jamar Chase, 9 for $156. And a touchdown, including 57 after the catch in this one. 8 for 44 for Irv Smith. He was the first down machine, also caught a touchdown. How about T. Higgins? 7 for $119 and 2 touchdowns. So Smith and Higgins, Chase and Higgins, big days for those 2, as well as Tyler Boyd with 10 for 150. So all 3 of the big 3 were over 100 yards with 7, 9, and 10 catches. Pretty wild. Chase Brown out of the backfield for 4. Mixon, we talked about being more the 3rd down back. He had 4 catches for 20 yards as well. Tackles today, 11 for Jermaine Pratt and Logan Wilson, the linebackers. Dax Hill, the safety, and Cam Taylor-Britt adding 8, as well as Mike Hilton. 2 sacks today, 1 for Sam Hubbard, 1 for DJ Reader. Again, Sidney Jones had the 43-yard pick 6 in this one. No fumbles, and so just a turnover apiece. What a game this was, 48-41. That's going to move the Bengals to 4-3 in the very, very crowded AFC North. That's where the Browns are at 4-3 as well. So appreciate you being on for this one. Kit's going to wrap it up. Go Browns.
Yeah, thanks, Phil. What a game that was. And Phil already mentioned it, really pivoted on that 1 interception for Patrick Mahomes. The 2 errant throws back-to-back, really one that should have been a pick 6, the second one that did turn into a pick 6. That's what pivoted the game and really gave it to the Bengals in an evenly matched set of offenses that really lit it up on both sides of the ball. But you have to give it to the Chiefs and to the Bengals for putting out a really entertaining game of football for us here. And we certainly enjoyed watching that one. But again, that 1 interception for the pick 6 is what made the difference here in this one. Here's a look at the rest of the week and what's coming up for Week 8. And we certainly enjoyed having you all on here today with us as we got to watch that absolute classic here in the AFC. So for today, we're going to say go Bengals. But as always, go Browns!